All right, so I guess we'll get into the discussion then. I just want to show off I'm wearing my Doom t-shirt.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, it's we're in his era now, so you got to represent. Um,
Massively.
so this is going to be mainly question based, and then those questions will spawn a conversation. So I've got 10 questions. So my first one is, what is your favorite interpretation of the character?
Oh dear. I can never remember the comic book series it was from. It might have been it might have been the new Secret Wars. But I've always liked God Doom.
Yeah,
Just in that just the white robe, just how pristine he looked, and it just looks so nice. But the sheer power of him and the sheer like awness of him, it's just like unbelievable. And did I get it right with the Secret Wars
yeah,
though?
it's Secret
It
Wars
is,
2015.
Secret Wars. Yeah, it is the new Secret Wars. I thought it was. But yeah, there's just the sheer like aura of him. Just like, well, how are you going to stop him? It's just the
He's
ultimate power sort
Yeah,
of thing.
he's literally a god.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
can do
exactly that
anything.
lot. Exactly. And that is a variant, or just like something of that I would love to see in Secret Wars as well in that lot. Because you always had the classic green and silver and everything like that sort of thing, but having like the God Doom, oh, what a way to just like say he's the ultimate power at the end of it.
Yeah.
It would just be so good.
Yeah, I have to go with you on that. Like God Emperor Doom is like you can do so much with him, and if they do go down that route in the movies, that would be like if they mess it up, that would be hugely disappointing. But I hope like obviously the Russos, they care about the character and that story, so um I hope they go down a more, like accurate route with it, and maybe you do have him as God Emperor Doom leading that team of
Mm.
the like heroes that went down a dark path, that kind of thing, and kind of blend the two Secret Wars stories together.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, he is so good in that story. Like he literally stole Reed's family and made it his own because he knew Reed was dead. Well, he thought Reed was dead.
Yeah.
Um, like he's such a savage in that too. Like rips Thanos' spine out of his body, kills Cyclops with the Phoenix Force, kills Doctor
just
Strange.
just
He
them images as well, which is
Yeah,
like because the whole panels as well. Now that was just so. I'll never forget him just stood there like that with the spine.
yeah, so good in that story.
But do you
Um,
think as well, for a question, if they're going to go with God Emperor Doom, do you think they should have just gone with him straight out of the bat, out of the Infinity Saga? So they had all this lot to build up to God Emperor Doom instead of having Kang. Because surely, like we've said in previous streams, surely they've got what? Is it 3, 4 years, something like that,
well, they would
to
have
build up?
planned out. I don't know if they would have had the whole saga planned out with where they're ending, but you can guess they had Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars as their end, and they were trying to figure out what came before
Yeah.
that, leading up to it. Um, but I don't know why they chose to wait this long, knowing Secret Wars was the end goal, and you can't really do that story without Doom. So they had to have introduced him at some point, and I think Black Panther: Wakanda Forever would have been the perfect spot to do that. Having Doom be the one to instigate that war between Talokan and Wakanda.
It might have
So
been a bit better film.
Um, so yeah, that's what they should have done if he was supposed to come out like the entire time. I don't know how he would have done Secret Wars just with Kang. Um, Obviously he's in that story in the original one, but he's just a guy with Doom that Doom ends up like kicking him to the side after he gets what he wants, basically. Um,
It's
which they
just like
could have
used as a pawn sort of thing.
Yeah, which they could have done. They could have had Kang look like, oh, I'm like the most powerful villain ever, and Doom comes in, he's like, nope, and like just takes him out, and then Doom takes over. But then at that same time, like, you don't really get the same kind of build up with him. Like, he's just
Yeah.
instantly a big threat without knowing why he's the big threat. So yeah, I'm very curious if they'll ever talk about that. Like, at what point did they switch the idea over to Doom? And I think we'll maybe find out leading closer to Doomsday.
Yeah.
But they've been very secretive about all that with Kang and how they've dealt with that. So yeah, that's just my thoughts.
It's probably still a sort of a touchy subject sort of thing. With
Yeah.
it being not so recent, but being within the last year or so. They probably want to wait for it to die down till when you get to like Doomsday and Secret Wars, and then they might explain. Well, actually, we decided to split off in such and such and all that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't think you're gonna find out for a couple of years yet.
Yeah. We'll go to the next one. Which character would you most want to see Doom have a 1v1 fight with?
Oh, well, my first thought's Doctor Strange, because I know in the comics they've like tussled somewhat rotten with, but they have also teamed up. So I'll be very interested to see, like we've just been saying with the icebreaker as well. I'd be very interested to know if Strange knew this was coming. If Strange knew this was coming, surely he'd have to prepare himself in like other films or while he's been off camera and stuff, ready to be able to deal with him when it comes to that point, sort of thing. So yeah, my first thought straight off the bat, Doctor Strange, because having two powerful like magical beings just go hell for leather at each other.
Yeah,
I think it'd be so good now, because it was just look at them action sequences you think of between them.
I'm just thinking the fight between Doctor Strange and Thanos in Infinity War. You can have that level of a fight between them, and that'll be so cool.
On a 10 times bigger scale, I think. Even though that was good, it'd just be even more immense with them two.
And that's where you establish him as even more powerful than Doctor Strange. That'd be awesome.
He has been technically confirmed as the Sorcerer Supreme, isn't he?
In the new comics, he was just named the Sorcerer Supreme. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but he's never been thingied in the films, then, has he? Is he?
In the movies, no.
Yeah, no. So he's never still been technically called the Sorcerer Supreme. So
you mean like Doctor Strange or Doom?
No, Doctor Strange. Sorry.
Yeah, Doctor Strange isn't the Sorcerer Supreme anymore in the movies because Wong took over when he was snapped.
Yeah, that was it.
But in the comics, Doom is now the Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that. Damn.
So
it just shows you as well. Just
he's that powerful.
So good. Exactly. It'd be so good.
For me, I was thinking Doctor Strange, but I think him and Magneto having a fight would be really cool.
Oh, yeah, but surely, if you're having a fight with Magneto now, all Magneto's just got to go is just crumple him up.
Yeah, but does Doom have some kind of metal alloy that his suit's made out of?
Yeah, that's true.
He knows, like, he's got everything up there, and he's got a failsafe for everything. So maybe he's put a spell on him where he can't be crushed. Cause,
oh yeah, of course.
You know, Magneto easily could just do that, and then Doom's like a ball. But I think he has like plans for everyone. If anyone was to come after him, I think he has. Yeah, I know how to get rid of them. I know how to get rid of them. Like, he's almost like Batman. Like, he knows exactly how to take down almost everyone, just because that's how smart he is.
Here's a question for you then: because I don't know whether they actually have or not. I've not seen it myself. But has Doom ever had a fight with the Scarlet Witch?
I'm sure he has, but that's a really good one too. What is your favorite Doom story from the comics?
Oh, Jesus wept. I gotta admit, I did like. I cannot tell you the name. I'm crap with names. I do apologise, but the one he teamed up with Doctor Strange with.
Oh yeah.
It was
Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about.
You mean that, don't you? But that storyline, just seeing their dynamic together as well in that lot, just really surprising. I really enjoyed it. It was something I wasn't expecting.
Triumph
Just
and
seeing
Torment.
that's the one. Yeah, that I just seeing their dynamic together and everything, and how they were working, and just like they're not coherence because there was obviously at each other's throats sometimes, but just seeing how they was working together, I really enjoyed that, and it was a really surprising like take on Doom sort of
Yeah.
thing because I could never see him working with anybody. Now I've always just seen Doom bad guy, big boss man sort of thing, and just that's it sort of thing. So having a different take on him like that, it was really good. So I've got to see that one because I just I like seeing different takes on people.
Yeah, and that's the one where he's using Strange to help him get to Mephisto to save his mother. So that's tapping back into his origin and how desperate he is to save his mother, that he needs the help of Doctor Strange to get her. So, yeah, it's a really good one. For me, I'm split between 2015 Secret Wars and the Books of Doom, his origin story
Okay.
from Ed Brubaker. I actually did a video covering that origin
Yeah.
last week. So if you
Tell you
haven't
what,
seen that, check that out.
yeah, definitely. Because I never knew anything pre Reed Richards with his family and that sort of thing. I didn't know nothing about. So that was a really interesting like watch sort of thing to know that because I had no bleeding clue sort of thing properly.
Like if they did a Doctor Doom movie, that's the story I want them to adapt, because that is such like it's a tragic origin, but it defines him as one of the smartest and most powerful villains in the Marvel universe, if not the most
Massively.
powerful and smartest, because he goes through so much in it. It shows like from childhood to being the ruler of Latveria. So it covers a big part of his life and shows you how much he's been through and how much he's earned that title with what he's gone through. Like his entire family dies. There's a dictator that's ruled his country for years. When he went back to the United States and he came back after his accident, and he becomes Doom and takes over that dictatorship and then solidifies himself as, yeah, I'm the guy. I'm the ruler of Latveria.